Alright, welcome to our first one-shot of Anecdotes of Grandeur. One-shots, we're starting an hour late because I'm bad and I had to do all my stuff last second. But here we are. So, we got nothing here on the screen yet, but if you guys are in the Roll20, can everyone see?
Only the bleak world around me.
Perfect, in character already.
I see light, but I see the shadows that border my soul.
Alright, I'm gonna need legitimate answers right now because I need to know for mechanical purposes.
Yeah, I can see the room.
I see the room we're in.
Okay. Alright, good. Jess loves your makeup. Suzanne. Anyway, so, real quick, I want everyone here, before I describe even why you guys are in this room, in this setting right here, I need you guys to describe to me just a little bit about your character, physical appearance, and just a little bit about them, maybe how old they are. We'll start with the top of my list, which is Sabari.
Oh no, you're gonna start with me first.
I'm rude like that.
Well, Sabari is a average overall person as far as body type and height. She only is about 5'6", 5'7". She has long, dark black hair and wears a white mask over part of her face that covers from about here up. She has her eyes are a strange kind of reddish dark color. She's about 25 years old, give or take. She's maybe not too keen to tell you exactly. And she typically has a dark ginger foxtail that can be seen from beneath her robes.
Okay. Sounds good. What does Sabari do? How old are they? Like what's their common hobbies?
Oh, Sabari prefers learning about the strangeness of the world, the things hiding in the shadows that they maybe don't want you to know about. She's touched on some of this occult herself in her life, and she's interested in learning more about it, in becoming more than just your average humanoid. But she also prefers the company of her companion and not many others, which makes it a little bit difficult to learn when you don't really want to talk to people to learn how they live.
Okay, what is your companion?
Her companion, seen never far from her side, though he does roam a little bit, is a large, stout black drake. He is built clearly for strength, not for speed, and has a broad chest, broad shoulders. He has a large horn protruding from the front of his nose and some spikes along the sides of his neck. His eyes burn like coals. And his tail is very broad and flat, almost like a leaf, except if it hits you, it hits a lot harder than a leaf. And Thebo is never far from her side.
Okay. Next on the list is going to be Dante Shadowblade.
Dante's Shadowblade stands about 6 inches tall, really showing the essence that those who are shorter are indeed closer to hell. He wears distinctly black and gray robes. And to answer your question in the chat, dim gray. He wears a tiny, almost toothpick-sized rapier at his side, etched with rune carvings. He wears a pendant to his god on his chest. And in appearance, he is very much a bat in every sense of the word.
Okay. What does he like to do? What's his edgy hobbies?
Particularly fighting against the injustice of being denied the ability to actually live. Those who would bring undeath onto others. He also enjoys a bit of poetry and music on the side.
Okay. And last but not least, Ebony Raven Mantle.
God, it's a tough act to follow, these two.
You're telling me.
Ebony Raven Mantle stands at about 5'7". Appearance wise, what would possibly have been color looks like all color has been sapped from her being. As her skin takes on a very muted gray tone, hair taking on an ashy black, and eyes seem to be almost just pitch black in general, almost like voids. As appearance, she often wears just standard traveling robes with the occasional black choker and keep forgetting what these are called. Finger gauntlets to look like she has long, elongated black claws. Always twirling around her ankles is this Cheshire cat looking kitten with 4 eyes, bright green fangs. Just looks slightly out of place for her companion. And she often spends her time researching into the Shadowfell in hopes to one day return to a place that will fully understand her, not this colorful world with no meaning.
Okay. So, we're going to be playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition You guys are going to be going through a hopefully short scenario. If you guys are not monologuing the whole time about how edgy you guys are. But against my own better judgment, I'm going to be changing one of the rules slightly. Well, thank you, Groovy, for fucking everything up. That was very
Groovy, you ruined it.
groovy.
Kirby's like, I can't be edgy, I'm out.
Even Groovy couldn't take it. There's Groovy. Anyway, rule change, right? We were talking about that. So, against my better judgment, I have decided to give your characters darkness points. The more you guys synergize with the darkness, the more darkness points you get. Now, for those who are new to Pathfinder, this is similar to hero points. You can use them to reroll a roll. You can use them to make someone else reroll a roll, taking the new result. You can do this to prevent yourself from falling to the brink of death and getting back up with only 1 hit point remaining. Though, for this last one, if you do that, it uses all current darkness points. You guys must become one with the darkness. And did Ebony state what their hobbies were? Yes, that you're searching through the magics to find a place to truly belong. Or something way edgier than that. I honestly couldn't do it verbatim.
I don't know if you want to, you might cringe from the edge.
Nice. So, you guys are currently in yes, okay. There's currently at the local university a seminar for getting in touch with one's inner darkness. When you all arrived, you were all somewhat dismayed to see that what sounded really edgy at first was actually a self-help class about tackling one's own demons. But you notice that they have a really good buffet with like all kinds of really good drinks and food available for everyone to stop by. They even got like some foreign sweets on the table. And you guys are like, well, shit, free food. Gotta feed the void somehow. So you guys all sat down, and strangely, one after another, you saw another dark and disappointed individual enter into the room and pick up one of the brochures. But seemingly also enticed by the food. Stick around. So you guys are sitting at these tables, and you guys are the only ones who have shown up until this point. What do you guys do at this point as the class is about to be starting? Do you guys just sit there and brood in your individual seats in the corner, or do you actually go beyond the darkness and choose to interact?
I just don't understand the gall that a self-help class thinks it could understand anything I'm going through. But the food's okay, I guess. They'll live today.
What food do you have before you?
Probably a strawberry sundae of some sort.
This large glass in front of you. You're just like supping off the the cream off the side. I realize I'm gonna have to record this now and put it on YouTube.
I'd like to iterate, he's like this tall.
He's gonna have that Sunday for days.
It works out. His metabolism is so fast, he's hungry in like 10 minutes.
Chinese food is miserable.
He eats it because it only emphasizes the emptiness inside. Every bit that goes in, nothing comes out. Anyway.
You know, we don't have to monologue at this rate.
So yeah, the small bat creature in the front seat says this aloud.
True. They may know nothing of personal demons, and I'm curious to see how foolish they'll make themselves look. She kind of glances over at the newcomer to see what they look like. As in the last person that walked in that we had seen while we were sitting around.
Who wants to be last since I guess Ebony has claimed to be first?
I could be last.
Alright. Devin's food arrives. Well, for lack
The
of
real
any
food.
the real food, it's actually a strawberry sundae. For lack of any further dark dialogue from anyone sitting down, suddenly all the torches in the room go out.
Thank goodness. Familiarity.
And you are left in darkness, though two of you seem relatively fine.
I just put my hand up against Thebo because he has dark vision. So he can see.
You hear his ominous, though comforting, rumbly, almost like a purr with some clicks in it. Now, considering this building has a bunch of, like, ever-burning torches, typically, as the lamps, the fact that they all have gone out is very strange. Suddenly, you hear a loud commotion going on outside in the building around you. There's sudden vibrations and almost as if something impacts the building. You hear people screaming. And for those that can see, an ever pervasive darkness seems to be leaking out from the door leading out of the classroom. Which, for those who don't know, the door is right here.
It would seem our carpet awaits. As he summons a guitar and strums it as he starts leaving the room.
Okay. You guys are free to maneuver your tokens.
This is the door, yeah?
Yeah, that's the door.
Kind of like hops down off the table onto the chair and then to the floor.
Because he's tiny.
I don't know how you got through that. Interesting.
The door was already open. Not like it would have stood in my path even if it wasn't.
There's like one bat-sized hole in the bottom of the door.
I might be tiny enough to squeeze through like a little crevice of the door, admittedly. Should probably set up my character's health and stuff.
I will get on the back of Thebo and just kind of like reach around to give him a pat on the side. Come on, let's see what wonders await. And she doesn't sound very thrilled about it at all. Relying on him to lead because she can't see very well.
Oh my god, I've never played a character with such high passive perception before.
Okay. For those that can see, as you have a general adventurers pack, so considering that you have torches available as well. And you didn't select your tokens. Thebos is leaving you behind.
Oops. I can't like put my token on top of his token, so
You can
I'll
drag
have
and
to, like,
click and
catty-corner.
drag them both. Also, if you hold Alt, you can just drop your character, but because you're going to be moving squares, it's going to be hard to do that anyway. But you can select both you and Thebo and still use like the arrow keys to move. So.
Okay.
As you go out, besides the ever-pervasive darkness, you don't see anything of note besides the stairs to your right that lead down into the first floor of the building that you guys are currently in. So now that you guys have left the room, we're going to be moving into an exploration mode. So, how exploration mode works in Pathfinder, you guys just decide who goes first, second, and third, in this case, since there are 3 of you. You can choose to do an exploration activity. And if you do, your character will move at half speed, but you're always considered to be actively doing this activity. So rather than saying, I want to stealth 3 times, because Pathfinder gives you 3 actions, essentially, to do stuff with in a given round, you'll be saying, okay, I'm going to be sneaking, or I'm going to be taking the activity to avoid notice, is what it's called. and then you'll have your other 3 actions to either move or do what you want. Unless you have a feat that says otherwise, you'll be moving at half speed. For characters who have a speed of 25, half speed will be 232. And if you have full speed, or if you have 30 feet of movement, then it's 333. So, feel free to talk in character to decide who's going to go first and what your guys' plan of action may be.
Where does the darkness appear to be emanating from?
It's strange. It was seeping in through beneath the door, but then as soon as you leave, you just see a dark hallway. Though at the edges of a variety of doors, or even at the bottom of the staircase, there seems to be a moving miasma of darkness.
I am no stranger to being in the shadows. So wherever you need, I have no problem following.
I don't mind taking the lead.
Well, before we go anywhere, some of us are not as keen on the pitch blackness. Excuse me. There's like a rustling noise as she will fetch a torch, and there's a tap as she taps it against Thebos' scales and asks him to light it.
You guys see a sudden burst of lights as the riding drake shoots a gout of fire that lights the torch.
A stranger to the world of darkness. Well, keep close and you might just survive.
I'm far less a stranger than you think, but continue.
I'll go first.
I'll bring up the rear. She says as she pulls away her lacy end sleeve that she thinks might have caught on fire.
I believe I gave you guys the same tint. I changed the dark vision people to a different hue.
I do see a different hue.
Do you know? Should be at the edge of the lights. There should be it should be blue.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Okay, that works. All right. So, you see there, Arbep, the turn order. It looks like you've been opted for second place.
That's fine. Oh, right. I know how these work.
Sure you do. I believe you.
All
Just trying
right.
to get it all set up here. So, the variety of activities you can do while in exploration mode. Darn, it's not in this. I really need to get the better GM screen.
I actually think we have it pinned in the general chat.
Oh wait, no, there it is. So you can avoid notice, which means your character is constantly stealthing. None of you have a shield, so that one doesn't matter. Detect magic if you have the cantrip or an ability that allows you to do so. Follow the expert if one of you guys are an expert, say in like stealth. You can mimic their action, but get a bonus in doing so. You guys can hustle, which doubles your movement speed. You can investigate, which whenever you guys come within 30 feet of a clue or some form, you can make a recall knowledge on the check. You can repeat a spell if you have any spell that requires either concentration or any spell like a cantrip that you can use over and over. You can use it over and over. You can scout, which gives your party a bonus to initiative. And you can search, which allows you to look for any kind of odd sounds, smells, look for hidden doors, or the like. So, starting off with Dante Shadowblade.
Dante doesn't feel like the light is going to give much in the realms of stealth, so he'll take the scout action.
Okay. Oh, and for certain abilities and timing purposes, every round is considered 30 seconds while in exploration mode. So any abilities that last like say 10 minutes or so would last effectively 20 rounds. So as you're scouting, you'll be moving a half speed.
He'll place the guitar down against the door and then begin walking, drawing his rapier.
Okay.
No need to go into the depths yet, I think. Ends his turn.
Okay. Next is Sabari.
She will urge Thebos forward out into the hall and take the search action, looking
Okay.
for signs of what exactly is going on, holding the torch aloft so she can swing it and see exactly what's around her.
All right.
She goes out here. Oh, the light's centered on me.
It's pretty cool.
And because Thebo is a little big, that you might have to manually drag them through doorways.
That's okay, I got him. He's good.
And I need you to go ahead real quick before you move any further and make a perception check.
Okay. Do I just click the perceive button?
Yes. Excellent. And
26.
though you well rolled above. Oh no, actually you rolled exactly. No, I forget which numbers are which. Did you roll a 10 or a 16? Either way, your character defaults to the better of either their passive perception, which is 10 plus your perception bonus, or uh, whatever you roll. In this case, you either rolled a 10 or a 16. So I think 10 must be your perception bonus.
Yeah, 10 is my bonus.
Okay, so you rolled a 16. So yeah, if you had gotten anything less than a 10 on that roll, you would just default it to a 20 in this situation.
Okay.
And Thabo has a 40-foot movement speed, correct?
He. I'm not sure where his movement speed is. It's at the.
Was that the
45.
one 45?
Yeah, that's what it says.
45 seems... Well, the 5 is what makes it seem high, but let me double check.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it is 45. Huh. All right. Well, that's going to be fun. That means you can move 4, 5, 4 as far as the number of
Nice.
spaces you can move. And you have 3 actions every round, so...
Okay, so I can take the search action and then I can also move farther into the hallway.
Yes, but no. So the search action is going to be an ongoing thing your character is doing,
Right.
which is why you're moving at half speed. So that means you have 3 actions beyond that to do whatever you're doing.
Okay.
So that's when I say 4, 5, 4 is the number of spaces you can move. That's if you move 3 times in a round.
Okay, but is that halved right now? Because I'm also searching.
That is the half.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because otherwise you could move
Then yeah.
like what 9 spaces technically normally.
She'll just move farther. I have Thabo. She'll move farther out into this hallway and continue searching. I'm with him, but the way my screen is working, I can't lay him over me or else it hides my token. And I don't know how to put him in
Okay.
the back.
Yeah, if you mentioned that. Bam.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should be able to click and drag and select both tokens regardless.
Okay, I figured it out. But yeah, she will move into the hall and continue searching, and end her turn searching.
Okay, so that's as far as you're gonna want to go there.
So I can move from 1, 2, 3. She'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 up this way a little bit.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we go to Ebony.
Perhaps this is the call, finally, of the Shadow Plane, and she's going to do the Detect Magic action.
Okay. All right, and because you are 6th level, you get the heightened third effect. So you learn the school of the highest level magic effect within that range.
All right, and she will move into the hallway. And that is as far as she goes.
Okay. So as you're walking around, despite all the sounds you heard earlier, it has now become deathly quiet. The halls are barren of any activity, and despite the screaming you heard earlier, no one seems to be heading for the exit. Dante.
Wow, I flew ahead of the pack, didn't I? Let's see.
It doesn't look like everyone else took all their actions to move.
That's fair. We'll peer into this door.
The doors are not actually open. They're just to allow you guys to know there's doors there. But there is a closed door there that has glowing darkness underneath. If you want, you can try to open the door.
Hmm. He's got some time. He'll utilize this turn and next turn to read the aura of the door. See if there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, so you're going to spend this turn, next turn to read the aura. Alrighty. So what are you doing there?
30 seconds per turn, right?
Yes. So what are you doing there to like read the aura? What are your allies here perceiving?
See him clutch the holy symbol of the rapier and what I can only describe as butterfly wings. As like a sort of darkness comes over his eyes as he's chanting.
Okay. Well, currently only Ebenezer can see this, so we move on back to Savari.
I'll continue searching and I will move. So it's 1. I'll pause right here to see whatever the hell he's doing.
Okay. Was that all your actions?
Yes, that was all.
Okay. Ebony.
Okay. I'm guessing as I'm walking, I sense nothing.
Well, you definitely know that the other two people with you do possess magical items. Mostly, the most powerful of the auras tend to be abjuration. Abjuration or evocation.
Oh, I don't think I mentioned the demon mask that's sitting on his face.
No, you didn't.
You know.
Just edgelord things.
She will keep going down the hallway. Alright, that's all of her movement.
Okay. So at the end of this round, you get the full read on it. It's strange. Perceiving on the door specifically, you do not sense that the door itself has any inherent magic effects, but at the same time it does. You notice that prevailing around you is a sense of a very faint level of magic. The magic surrounding you guys is not a very particular type of magic, but instead a very dark and not malicious, but almost insidiousness to it. But you know that the door itself does not have any magical properties. But the space you guys are in currently seems to be different. You're free to mention that to anyone else, but after that, that'll be the end of your action.
That's fair. Strange. This is indeed darkness, but it's an unfamiliar one. Not particularly powerful, but different.
All right.
That's his turn.
Sabari.
Intrigued by what he said, she will dismount because Thabo's too big for some of these fucking doors. And she will just walk over with the torch in one hand and well, nothing a little curiosity never fixed, they say. It killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And can she try to open the door?
Which door are you trying to open? You gotta move sign now.
The one that he was in front of.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a movement action to get over there.
Yeah, so like one.
Okay. So that's one. That's one movement essentially for you.
Yeah.
You go over and you open the door. What you see looks to be a classroom similar to the one you had stood in before. But obviously it's much different. From what you can currently see from your viewpoint, you see what appears to be 3 tables that have been stepped on by an incredibly large creature. And you know that a creature had stepped on them because embery footprints can be seen in the ground and then right across from where you guys, the wall has been broken through, and whatever was in here had left the room. Granted, you find a surprising lack of people in here. Maybe the room was just empty. Maybe something else happens. It's hard to say.
Can she take her? I guess because would opening the door have been my second action?
Unless the door is particularly jammed, it's not an action to open a door. You can do it as a part of movement.
Okay, then she will beckon Thebo to follow her, kind of looking down at Dante as she goes, like, watch your step, to Thebo. And we'll continue into the room.
As you enter into the room... Oh, never mind. You can't see it. I mean, there's nothing there.
Thebo, what do you see? But she will end there.
Oh, actually, no. I was incorrect. Very faintly, you can see there's something, maybe the place where the creature had entered, maybe something else, but there's some kind of very faint light coming from the outside of the room as you see a disturbance in the floor. It's hard to make out.
There's something strange in here, but I can't quite see. And she'll... can I move a little bit more?
Do you have any more movement?
I should. I moved from here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because your character
Yeah.
has 2, 3, 2 is their movement.
Then she 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, she can't move. Okay.
Yep.
We're good.
Alrighty. Ebony.
Light and shadows, obviously a problem. This world's color, I swear. She gets about there and she looks in the direction that they're pointing.
You see something like a oval or circular space on the ground that is slightly illuminated, but from your current distance you can't make anything clear out of it.
All right. And there's no additional magics I can sense other than what's obviously coming from my companions.
Not within your range currently.
Okay. Might as well take a couple more steps forward then. And she'll stop there.
Okay. Okay, from this distance you can see a little bit more clearly. And it appears that there's some kind of cracks in the woodwork. And beneath it is a pale yellow light that's emanating out of this space. It's very dim, probably not giving out much more than candlelight in effect. Dante.
Begin stepping forward. I guess I got.
Dancing at the doorstep there.
It wouldn't let me through.
Sometimes doorways are like that. I think it's also just the size of your token.
That's about as far as he can get.
Okay.
I took the liberty of walking under the table, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You're tiny. It's easy peasy for you, unlike these medium or large creatures. Okay, we are back to Sabari.
She will continue forward to see what they see.
Okay.
Kind of stops there. Bring him up with her.
Okay.
Can she still be searching?
Yes, indeed, you are searching. Speaking of, thanks for reminding me. You get a small hint of brimstone in the air.
She just kind of mutters under her breath, not like whispering, but just like brimstone.
Ebony.
The light in a dark place is usually never good. At least the fish in this world learned that one. But may as well move closer to inspect it. She goes to looks at the table. And she decides to just drop all of the magic detects so she can move at full speed. So she can get around this table.
Okay.
There's this lizard in the way.
To make things easier, you can crawl over the table. It counts as difficult terrain. It'll probably be less movement overall.
Okay.
Just push him out of the way. He doesn't bite much.
After you almost set my shirt on fire. She'll get up there, and for her last action, she's going to try to take a closer look.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're using a perception or a seek action?
Yes.
Sure. I did not disable that noise. 1 second. You beep too loud. Okay. So, with that, you see a faint yellow light coming from beneath the floorboards. The cracks are strange. Many of them seem like pieces of the floor should just fall through, as if they've been disconnected, but that doesn't seem to be the case. This light that's coming through is hot as you wave your hand over the top, and there's a faint smell of brimstone.
She makes mention of it to the other two. Whatever it is, it's giving off heat.
Dante.
Steps forward. And he begins to raise his hands and close his eyes as he's trying to figure out what it is as he rolls knowledge checks.
Okay. Which one first?
We'll start with a religion. Why not?
Okay. All right, not bad.
21.
Right. You definitely know that hints of brimstone and heat are very indicative of devils, particularly. This could very well possibly be the site where a particularly powerful devil has entered into the material plane.
Much power was here as he continues trying to glean information. Uh, hmm.
Well, now that
I guess if I continue with, I guess I got the information I needed, right?
I mean, that's up to you to decide. But this is a good example of, now that you guys have kind of figured out what this is this is an anomaly. You guys will run into a few of these throughout your journey. If you guys do something to try to appease the darkness, sup ungodly power, or anything else of an edgy nature, you can gain darkness points at locations such as this.
Mhm.
Whether it's making a sacrifice, performing a ritual, or, I don't know, even writing poetry if it's enough, you guys can sup darkness from the site. And who
Yeah.
knows, maybe even dark, untold powers.
Let's see what we got.
Sabare, you're on duck for next. Consider your action. And since you're new, Beb, here's a good opportunity for a variety of actions you could possibly take. One of your actions could be a survival check to see what kind of creature, if you've seen them or not, could have made these tracks, or to get some kind of information about them. There's also a very broad general skill in this game called Recall Knowledge. And Recall Knowledge uses any typically knowledge or lore skill. Though you could use other skills like possibly craftsmanship when looking into buildings or particular objects to try to find information on an object. Recall knowledge is a very often used skill in this game. Or action. That's tied to skills. Anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense. Dante is gonna try and craft it like a blood sigil on this thing.
Okay. Roll for me occultism.
I do have that.
I would be very surprised if any of you did not have occultism.
17.
Okay. You cut your hand and draw a blood sigil onto the ground. What does it look like?
As he's drawing the symbol, it starts to take on like a shape of an S that everybody knows how to draw, but nobody knows
Superman
where it
S.
comes from.
Okay. Okay.
Deliberate to have it like drip a bit at the bottom.
Okay. Okay. As you do so, there's a slight reaction in darkness. Dark tendrils reach up to your body and sup life force from you. You take... Oh, rough. 6 negative damage.
So I have negative healing. Does this still count as damage?
I guess
Just
you
as
would have healed
curiosity.
6 then. Fun. Interesting. But as you do so, the price is paid. I did not account for this situation. And you can hear very faintly the sound of guitar music. You get a point of darkness.
I guess I would just go in the hero point section.
Yes. And you get a +1 circumstance bonus to your next skill check.
Nope.
As you give powers to the dark forces. All right, Sabari.
Yeah, while they're checking that out, she's gonna move over here and check out the table and try to figure out if she can tell what broke it with a survival check.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not able to get much from this. Now, this is an opportunity, and especially for this game in particular, you can use your current darkness point or hero point on your character sheet to re-roll the check, or you can hold on to it. But as things currently stand, you don't know exactly what it was, other than it must have been a large creature.
No, she'll just examine it for a minute before coming up to alongside Ebony to look at what they're looking at.
And as you get this close, you can feel the heat off of it and the strong smell of brimstone and guitar playing faintly.
I guess copper.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, not from you. That's
That's
such a
not a
teeny drop of blood.
That's fair.
Though you definitely see him writing this S symbol into the ground and like taking the effort to make it look edgy, like the blood's dripping off of it.
She takes note, thinking about times that she might have drawn a similar symbol before.
All right.
Wondering, how does he know about that?
How do they all know? Do you have any actions remaining?
No, I used them all to move up there.
Ebony.
Unfortunately, she can't really make an offering to this anomaly. The only thing that's coming to mind is there is light in the darkness. It must be snuffed out. So, she is going to look beneath the floorboards and cast darkness down there to try and block out the light.
Okay.
And she'll take her 3 actions to just go over all of that. Mostly it's her petting the cat and then just almost evil villain, like just placing her hand over it before the darkness descends from her hands and just seeps through the floorboards like ink.
Okay. Interesting. As you do so, the light from the other side is obscured, and then darkness seeps out of the floorboards. As you appease the dark in its entirety, you gain a point of darkness. And okay. You gain a darkness ability. These will work similarly to other focus abilities, except they will use your points of darkness instead. And thus, you learn the Cloak of Shadows darkness ability, which is in the spell section there. It works just like any other focus spell, only it uses your darkness. Alrighty. Dante.
Hmm. The darkness seemingly pleased. So pleased that it took nothing from him. He will begin going to the next room. That's clearly the reason why, right?
Very much so. It fed you.
The prick on my finger is just healed.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like nanny darkness. It's like, oh dear, don't do that. Only with dark tentacles.
You'll move over and start looking over the tracks, maybe trying to glean what may have come from this place.
Okay.
32.
That's fair. As you look into it, you see the embers of the feet of this being. And suddenly, you hear a dark whisper. Horn Devil. As you know the identity of the beast that came through the portal.
Ah, yes. It's just as I thought. They're using a imposter of darkness. There was a horned devil here. True darkness betrays those who cross it. And you'll start walking out.
Okay.
That's all of his actions.
So, with that, you guys have essentially found all the clues in this room. And so, we're going to move into a free-form role-playing, at least as long as you guys remain in this room, where you guys can talk, look at anything else, and discuss appropriately. When you guys are ready to leave the room, you'll all be moved to the doorway, and we'll just go from there.
So looking at the damage to the wall, it looks like someone came from the outside, or does it look like something left from this room going out?
It looks like something left from this room.
Okay.
Actually, this is a good question. Does this look like it could have been a door at one point, or is it just a straight wall?
It's just a straight wall. There's also a variety of windows as well.
Wonder what they used to summon a horned devil. There's no marks on the floor other than this.
Perhaps whatever it was used in the ritual casting. Not necessarily everything needs to be left behind.
True. Well, good riddance. Tainting the darkness with creatures of brimstone.
I can't say that it's truly left, though. All we know is that it's gone through that wall, hiding in its imitation of darkness.
Who would be foolish enough? There's no bodies here. No sign of a struggle.
Perhaps the ritualists were the ones that became the sacrifices to their own hubris.
Hmm. What about you, Zabari? What are your thoughts?
Well, either they became the sacrifice or they followed after it to see whatever it might have been brought to wreak upon the world. Some people like dinner and a show. Though I'm inclined to agree, if they didn't do their research properly, they likely were used as energy to complete the ritual when they lacked what it truly needed. Life is a powerful force.
Indeed. Thankfully, it would seem our pranic energy is full.
Looking through the hole in the wall, can I see anything other than absolute darkness outside?
Outside, you see the world, though cast in a dim darkness through your dark vision eyes. At a certain distance, you can see large, roiling coils of tentacles in the dark, made of the similar miasma you've seen in other places.
Little do we know the devil was just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge.
That is a good point, though. Could I try a Arcana roll to see if there is magic from summoning a creature such as the Horn Devil that would result in this perpetual darkness?
Sure, go ahead, make a roll. No, in fact, it's very perplexing to you. Summoning is very specifically the act of just bringing a creature to a location from another location. The repercussions of such, I mean, unless they summoned a dark god that is now taking reins over reality, this seems strange. And while the Cornigon, sorry, is a powerful devil indeed, it is no dark god.
Well, whatever it is, whatever is going on, might be a small thing comparatively to what's going on, or it's just a small piece of a larger mistake.
Could very well be a byproduct of Elin.
Well, it would seem that we don't quite have all the answers. Only a part of this painting. We may need to acquire more.
And we might as well go start looking.
No use wasting any more of our time.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are ready to move on. Everything okay?
Accidentally hit a button.
It's okay. Everyone, every once in a while, gets unnerved by the darkness.
Who said I was unnerved? I was bracing it up.
All right. So, starting back at the top, we're gonna go to our edgy friend Dante, who probably is gonna have to drag himself through the doorway.
Possible. Let's see. Yep, I have to drag myself through. You will check this door.
Okay. And just to verify, you're still doing the scouting? This door, similarly to the other one, is sorry, 1 second. This door is similar to the other one. It has cloying darkness underneath. Though, you do realize now, looking back at the other door, there's no longer darkness coming from behind. You don't know what that means. Also, the door is unlocked.
All right. Do I just pop in, or
If you want to open the door, then just let me know.
yeah? Take a step.
You enter into what appears to be a large mess hall. On the other end, you can see what appears to be a kitchen. Let's see here. What appears to be a kitchen, though the shutters are closed. And the room seems otherwise quiet.
No use disturbing the sound. He'll begin to sneak.
Okay, as the action or the activity?
Uh,
Okay.
activity will stay on scout.
Alrighty.
34.
One with the shadows, you move quietly. As part of the sneak action, you can move half your speed, which you are already doing. So
I can't touch that wall.
that's.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, it's because.
It's because I'm so small.
It's because the barrier occupies the space where your token would be in that square. Because your token's in the left corner.
We'll get back to and get about there, and that's the end of his actions.
Okay. Sabari, you watch your edgy friend go through that doorway and disappear. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I keep forgetting that you have very limited sight range.
She sees him leave the line of the light. So she will. Look, count. Can I get back on Thebo?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you do so before this turn. So
Okay, so she'll get back on and head out.
okay.
Um, she sees that the door is open just enough for a tiny little dude to go through.
Fair.
So she'll go continue over here to check it out. And she's still searching, just as
Okay.
in the background.
You just notice the eerie quietness of this this area. Anything else?
She'll, remembering how Ebony tried to get past in the other room and couldn't, she has Thebo move back, so that he's out of the way. Trying to be courteous with the lizard.
It's fair. Alrighty. Then, speaking of, we're gonna go to Ebony. Now, Ebony, your last activity was ended, so what are you doing now?
She's gonna throw back up magic protection. Make that her action. Not action, her
Her exploration activity,
repeating.
yeah.
She gets about there before it's all done.
Okay. You don't detect anything so far. Back to Dante.
Continues his movement.
As you get to about there, you hear the sound of chopping. Like something, like a meat cleaver.
He'll. Actually, nobody in this room can see him right now, so never mind. He can't do anything. That was all of his actions, though.
Okay. Sabari.
Seeing him disappear off into the dark, she will follow suit. She gets to about there. She can't see him, so now she's just confused.
Yeah. He's gone now. But thanks to your perception check, you can very faintly, very quietly hear a very rhythmic sound. The sound of like someone's chopping something with a cleaver. That's all your actions.
Yes, I used them all to move.
We moved to Ebony.
That is it for her actions.
Okay. What's your movement speed, Dante?
I have a 30 movement speed.
Oh, that's that one extra space a turn definitely helps. Or it's 2 spaces a turn, but yeah. Okay, Dante.
Finally seeing somebody who can actually see him, he kind of gestures with his winged claw to his mouth and then points at the hall before continuing.
And just so you know, if you're still scouting, you have to stealth every action to keep stealthing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You can't do 2 activities at once unless you have something that says otherwise.
That is fair. And you'll peer around this corner.
Okay. Feel free to do so. In the dark room, you see what appears to be a large bat-looking demon with large maw and tongue lolling out, as it is almost gleefully, with squinted eyes and smiling face, chopping into the corpse of a body, or well, into the limbs of a body.
I would like to roll a knowledge check on this thing.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna try a religion.
Okay.
31.
That is a success. This is a Nabasu, a gluttony demon. They are like all demons. Somewhat resistant to magics. And they are most typically weak to cold iron or damages of good. The DC for that was 24. You can attempt another at a DC 26.
If the peak didn't count as like an action, I suppose.
No, we're not counting as a full move. You'll go back to your prior square before, but this is just you creeping around the corner.
Oof, probably not high enough.
Nope. 26 is the DC. So unfortunately, you know it's a Nabasu, and that it's a gluttony demon. Other than that, you don't really know too much more.
He gestures to Ebony, I guess. And then continues to like signal to be quiet. That's all of his actions anyway.
All right.
And Ebony would pass on whatever they were saying too.
Sorry, you kind of broke up on us in that one.
She would just pass on so that her other companion who can't see the dog knows what they're saying.
Did you get that, Sabari?
Yes, I got that. It was a little garbled at times, but I got it.
Okay. So, speaking of, Sabari, it's your turn.
Can she sneak and make her way closer in that direction?
Yes. And this is also a good opportunity. You can always switch at the beginning of your turn what activity you were doing. Just so, for instance, if you want to switch to stealth, then you would get 3 move actions. Otherwise, you had to roll stealth 3 times in a row. Well, no, once per round, I guess. Not to make it overly annoying, but it does take an action, essentially, to stealth.
No, she would switch to...
Okay.
Sorry, my dog is making an awful noise. She would switch to stealth.
Alrighty, go ahead. Make a stealth roll. Okay.
23. And then I could take all 3 of my movements?
Yes.
Or all my actions?
Yes. You
That's as
will
far as I
need
can
to
get.
roll for Thabo as well.
Oh, for my dude?
Yep.
Okay, hang on. He has... Where is it?
I imagine the quietest of dragons.
He's got a 20.
Nice. Pretty quiet for a creature its size.
He's very sneaky. He's tiptoeing. He could technically go a little farther, but he's gonna stay close to me.
Okay. Ebony.
All right. Dropping magic detection. She is going to stealth.
Okay. Not bad.
And that's all of her actions.
Okay. Back to Dante.
Oof, I'm going to use one of those darkness points.
All right, he called to the darkness.
Better. He wanders over to his allies. It would appear that we're dealing with a Nabazu demon, a demon of gluttony, resistance to magic, but also weak to cold iron and the forces of good, I suppose. I'm sure that means nothing.
We're fine.
That's super weird. That was supposed to be a GM only roll.
I don't know if it's how this game for Roll20 set up, but I don't even get options for public or GM only rolls. Whenever I roll now, it just automatically rolls.
It does say GM in parentheses too.
That's because the GM rolled it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, any other actions, Dante?
Let's see. That was one action. I can't remember. Is it 2 failures and then you can't roll a knowledge check, or is it as soon as you roll 1 failure?
As soon as you roll 1 failure, you just don't know about the creature.
It was also hacking up a body in there, so I'm willing to bet it's not particularly a friendly creature. Definitely getting worse. I don't know if it would be particularly behind it. The knowledge that I've given you is about all I have. Wow, its consistent range of being 17 to 19 is pretty crazy.
I'm trying really hard to fix it.
Well, we know it's not an exploration mode. It's having to stealth each round.
Why is it not querying? Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I guess I'll just have to roll in person. It's fine.
I guess that would be all his actions. He doesn't know anything more about the creature. As far as he's concerned, he cinched that stealth roll, so.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, so that being the case, Sabari.
I would like to get back on Thebo just to kind of be prepared. And she has one hand kind of like inside one of the sleeves of her robe.
Okay. Mounting is an action.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured it was. And she'll say, would she, because I remember you said to Ebony, I think earlier, that you said to somebody earlier that a low level demon wouldn't be causing the shadowy stuff. Would she know that, or would I need to roll for that?
You would need to roll for that.
Okay. Can I make an occult check?
Yes, you can make an occultism, or in the case of demons, typically a religion. Your choice.
Or if you have demon lore.
Or lore checks if you have any relevant lore checks.
I don't think I have any relevant lore checks. She's not good at it, but she'll make a religion check to see if she knows anything else.
Okay.
Ha! No.
Unfortunately, you're just not aware of any of that kind of stuff, and that's kind of beyond you.
Yeah.
And that's a
So
recall knowledge
deferring
action. So you have one action remaining.
Okay. Deferring to Dante, who seems to know quite a bit about this. She just... Well, if the body's already dead, do we let it have its plaything and continue on our way, or try to dispatch it now?
The darkness around here is not particularly strong, but foreign. It's possible that this demon could be a pillar that's holding it in place. I can't say for sure, though.
She will just move slightly away, like just forward a little bit as her final action, and just kind of not like taking an action to do this, just like is prepared, like is tense.
Okay. And also something we do that I've a little bit homebrew, but it makes the game a little bit easier as well. You can use an interact action. You can draw a weapon, stow a weapon, pull something out of a pocket as a part of a movement action. A stride action, specifically.
While she's moving Thebo, could she pull out her short bow
Okay.
out of her sleeve?
Sure thing.
So you guys just see she's just been wearing this robe with these long, billowing sleeves. And she just reaches in with her right hand and pulls out a whole short bow. Just has it at the ready.
Nothing out my sleeves, indeed.
Ebony.
Impressive. And she reaches into her bandolier and she pulls out a disc covered in twigs. And she activates it and it turns into a staff.
Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be 2 actions.
And she's going to back up just enough out of the light. As she can't move to the wall where there's more shadows.
You can if you drag your piece over to it.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't allow you to see through the wall.
No, it's not really allowing me to do that.
Good. It shouldn't.
Oh, look, there's a sudden hole in the wall.
Dante.
Here's Ebony. All right. As it seems like we're setting up to possibly fight the thing, he'll begin wandering over, drawing a potion from a pouch.
Okay.
and he'll take a drink of it here. And as he begins to writhe a bit, you start to see scales appear upon his body as he starts to take on the form of almost like a bat-like dragon.
You have 1 action remaining.
He'll begin sneaking.
Okay.
As an action, I should state.
That's fair.
Jesus.
I think this is the second one you've done.
I mean, if it's any time to blow natural ones, it's now.
I guess that's fair. Alright. As you poke your head around the corner, it notices you. And it attacks you as it had a ready to action.
Fair, let me adjust some stats on my...
As I'll
There.
tell you, these things have stupid high perception. Holy crap. So seeing you come around the corner, it lunges out with one of its claws.
Oof. That'll hit.
Okay. You take 18 slashing damage. And what's your alignment?
Evil.
What evil?
Neutral evil.
Okay. So you don't take any extra damage from this attack. But you do take 18 slashing damage, as I need y'all to roll initiative. So for Bep there, select your token and then hit the initiative button underneath your perception, and that will allow it to automatically adjust your character's initiative.
Also, everybody gets a +2 circumstance bonus to their initiative.
Is it +2?
Because of...
Oh,
Yes.
you're a scout.
South.
What's
Glad
the
we're
need?
rolling really good, you guys.
To be fair, we were not expecting it right there.
He has beaten our initiative. Damn, I rolled a 2 on that. That's
Yeah,
rough.
you guys roll
I
some rough
might
initiatives.
re-roll that. No, that's fine. This kind of sucks, though.
Yeah, honestly, you're still doing the best on your team. I don't know if you're going to beat a nat 20. And I don't think you're going to beat his perception, you know, if you did. Anyway, so yeah, it's turn. Oh, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw for me, please.
Joy. Let me see if I have anything that fucks with that. I don't think so, but it doesn't hurt to check.
I don't know why they gave the whole explanation of what an aura is in its description. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of cringe,
Kind of cringe,
to be
bro.
honest. Yeah, I just have to make a straight fortitude.
Failure.
21.
You become drained 1.
Oh, God.
You take a SAS penalty equal to your drain value on Constitution-based checks. You lose hit points equal to your level times the drain value, so you automatically lose 6 hit points. And your hit point maximum is reduced by the same amount. You can only remove drains by effects or at the end of every day you rest.
Ugh.
It is not a fun time. Alright, it's going to attack you now.
Jesus
I think it's
Christ.
39 hits.
Is there a penalty because it's against a very small opponent?
No, unfortunately, all his stats are adjusted into his character sheet already.
It was worth the attempt.
Well, that's a crit.
Okay.
So I'm down.
Alright. So you go unconscious. After that, it steps out around the corner. Looking at both of its other targets, it smacks its lips and begins moving forward. What's its speed? Let's see, that was 5, 10, 15. Oh, good.
Oh, I could have did that to it.
Something you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a reaction spell
Sure.
before I go down. I don't know why it has an attack. That makes no sense.
It's probably because of... Let's see.
DC is also really low. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, it's because you didn't change the... You're not an arcane spellcaster, are you?
No.
That's why. You gotta change the spell to your school.
Yeah, that might fix it.
All right, go ahead and click it again.
Also turn that off. Doesn't actually do damage.
There you go. Yep. All right.
Also needs to do a will save.
Fail, even with the +1.
Awesome. The target takes full persistent bleed damage, and until the bleeding stops, the target has a weakness 1 to piercing and slashing damage.
All right. So he's currently bleeding, which he will take at the end of his turn. And also has weakness 1. Alrighty. So he comes over. He aims for you, Sabari. And is going to attempt a bite. Does a 20 hit?
I think meets it beats it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you have a lot of dex?
My AC's 20.
What armor do you have?
Leather.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's correct. That seems low, but yeah. Guess it's just leather. Wait. 4, 8, 12, 14. There it is. The
Oh, then no.
yeah. The cap it wasn't set to your dex. I was like 24 seems really
fixed.
low. I fixed it.
No, it does not hit. Thank you.
All right. So, he swings, you rear back on Thabo, and he misses with that. We're going to go ahead and move over to Dante. Go ahead and make a flat DC 11 check, unless you have anything that modifies it.
I don't believe so. Failure.
All right, your dying level increases to 2. Ebony.
All right. Seeing as it has walked in, she is going to step out, point at it, and go, "Foul creature of the abyss, you are not worthy of even the shadows themselves." And she reaches out, and her gauntlets rake at the air, and you see his shadow being pulled from him as she steals his shadow, and he needs to make a fortitude save.
Okay, go ahead and post it. Steel Shadow.
He also needs to take his bleeding damage.
Oh, yes, and that's 2d6, correct?
Correct.
Oh, low roll. 3 damage.
It's something.
And he needs to roll a flat check to get rid of it. DC 15. Pass. He's no longer bleeding. Alright, Shadow, right. That's a success, so he's enfeebled 1. You have 1 action remaining.
She is going to reach into her bandolier and pull out a jar that seems to contain this strange red viscous liquid as well as some floating shards in it. And that is it for her turn.
Okay. Sabari, you're face to face with this Nabasu who just downed your friend and is looking for more. Thank you for that.
Thabo doesn't like having that shit in his face, so he is going to. I think this is one of my actions to use his support benefit.
Yes, so you have the action to command your creature, which gives it 2 actions.
So is that. I don't know if the support benefit is a command or if it's just something he does.
The support action.
So you use your action to give him a command, and with one of his 2 actions, he can do his support action. and then he can do something else as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, I'm gonna command him as I'm readying my short bow to bite the creature.
Okay. And as
So he
you
will-
drop your short bow, or no, sorry, not drop your short bow. Blah, blah. You have to drop the torch to use your short bow, so the torch will remain in your
Yeah.
current square.
Yeah. But he is going to.
And on Thebo's sheet, go ahead and click the word for that ability to post it for me. The support one.
Oh, the ability.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's not happy about this guy being in his face.
Oh no, with this poor little Drake supporting us, forget solving the mystery of what's going on here. We're just gonna burn this place to the ground. It'll be easier.
We'll just leave it.
Sorry, trying to set the torch there. All right, so let's see. Until the start of your next turn, each time you strike with the creature, takes a D4 fire damage. Nice. All right, and then it's going to bite that
Yes.
attack.
Do you want me to roll again, or do you want me to just use what I rolled on accident because I hit the wrong one?
I mean, that's what you were gonna have him do anyway, wasn't it? Or do you want him
Yeah,
to
he was
use
gonna
his
bite.
claw?
Nope. Bite.
Okay. So that misses.
Oh no. Okay. Well then I would like to shoot it.
You don't sound so sure.
I would like to try to shoot it.
Alrighty, go ahead. Whoo! That's a hit. Oh, why do we have it on critical? I should deactivate that. Anyway, that hits. That does 10 piercing damage. And don't... Oh, you didn't use your hunt prey. That's alright.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's okay. I'll get it next time.
You can still hunt prey with this next action if you choose to.
Yeah. And should I roll a d4 for the fire damage?
Yes, please. One damage.
He sneezes on him. And yeah, I will, with my third action, I will hunt prey.
Okay.
This is now my prey.
Now go ahead and put that down. Click the hunt prey action. All right. Its turn. It doesn't like what you're doing at all. It's going to attack you, attack your mount, and then try to bite you. Or no, it's going to try to bite you first. Does a 35 hit?
That'll hit.
Alrighty. That's 17 piercing damage, and then what's your alignment?
I didn't pick an alignment.
Pick one now.
Neutral.
True neutral?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you don't take the evil damage, so you just take the 17 piercing. It's going to try to scratch your mounts.
Yeah.
Okay, Thabo takes 12 slashing damage. And then it's going to try to slash you. And misses.
No.
Alright, that's another flat check from Dante. Success. Your dying level goes back down to 1.
Fun.
Ebony.
All right. Make sure I'm reading this correctly.
Just as a little side note as well, you did see your good friend Dante there be unaffected by negative energy.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she doesn't really have too many spells in that category.
Unfortunate.
However, she does have healing potions. Not sure if that'll help. No, actually that'll kill him. Never mind. I should have picked up poison.
Drink this, I'm saving you.
Crumples into a husk. Well, then she's going to try and aim this so it doesn't hit her companions.
Oh, good AoE markers.
And she's going to aim it so these crystal... She's going to try and aim it for the square behind, so it's almost in the flanking position for it.
Okay.
She's going to toss that out onto the field.
Moderate crystal shards. So they just explode. Yeah, okay, cool. And the area... Let's see. So you had to pull these out of your... Did you have these already, or...?
Yeah, it was already in my bag. I posted the bag for it.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So you throw this as an action. Alright, go ahead and do your throw. Bomb. You're at least... trained... no, it's a martial weapon, I believe, right?
I
Throwing
can't...
bombs.
I think so? I can't remember. It's been too long since I played original Gamble Japes.
Need a martial weapon.
Okay. I am not trained in martial weapons, so I will make sure to change my unarmed strike for that.
Well, you just need to click your dex for it then, since you're not trained. Okay. The bomb goes behind, explodes, and he takes 4 splash damage. That's pretty good for a splash.
And after it goes down, surfaces in the splash area grow brittle, gleaming red crystals that crumble to dust after 1 minute. The crystals on level surfaces are caltrops.
Oh, wait, that was... Oh, no, never mind. He's no longer bleeding. Never mind.
Yeah. Vertical surfaces can be used briefly as handholds. Yep. Crystals in each space crumble after the creature leaves, whether climbing or moving through the caltrop.
Oh, they're caltrops.
Pretty neat.
Looking up caltrops. Okay. So he needs to make an acrobatics every time he moves through a square. or take 1d4 piercing damage and 1 persistent bleed.
Actually, she does have negative damage. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. You can turn a wall with into having handholds with it.
Yep.
All right, and with that, she is going to move towards Dante.
Okay.
Not enough for me to pick him up.
The power of darkness gives you 1 space of movement.
All right then. She's going to pick him up, and she does not have enough actions though to cast the spell that does negative damage, so you'd have to survive 1 more round.
So then you would have used your last action to move.
Pretty much. I didn't know if grabbing him was an action or not, considering he's technically unconscious on the ground.
No, not unless you're planning on moving him anyway.
Well, she was going to move with him. So she'll pick him up and then try to move back to the space she was at.
Okay.
I am definitely light enough.
You never know, she could go to pick him up and all the edgy darkness could just weight him to the floor.
We'll say you have 4 spaces, or 20 feet for this one.
Dead weight of like 5 feet or 5 pounds.
Unless she drags you with her.
Okay. Sabari.
I would like to command Thebo to attack it as well as shoot it. So we're gonna do the same thing again.
Oh, I totally forgot. He was enfeebled for those 2 attacks. You and Thabo gain 1 hit point.
Oh, cool. So he is going to. Do I need to post again the support benefit?
No, I understand what it does.
Okay, so he's going to try a bite attack again.
Okay. That's a miss.
I don't think that hits.
That was a very sad 6 roll.
Well, he tries. Yes. And then I will attempt to shoot it. And it is hunted this time because I hunted it at the end of my last.
Yes. So you get the
turn.
hunted benefit.
Nice.
That hits. And then go ahead and post your hump. Oh, yeah, I think you did post your hump prey, right? Yes, you did.
I did the hunt prey, but then I also have Hunter's Edge, which is what I'm using now.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and put that.
The first time you hit your... Yeah.
Okay, and so go ahead and roll a d8.
And a d4 for his fire, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So
Okay, so you
6 additional precision damage and 4 fire damage.
Total 15. Not bad.
You're hitting it. You're definitely doing some damage to
If I
it
try
and pissing it off. Sorry, go ahead.
Great. If I try to move, does the same rule apply where if I move out of its zone, it gets an attack of opportunity?
No, only certain creatures in Pathfinder have attack of opportunity. Whether this one does or not, you don't know. But typically only fighter-esque characters do.
Okay, well, she would like. Would this count as one of her actions to have Thabo move backwards?
You can't have Thabo move because he used both his actions.
That's right.
He used a bite and his
Then
support.
Yeah. We're just gonna stay here.
Okay. Well, you still have one action remaining. You could try to shoot him again.
I could try to shoot him again. Do I click on the second attack for that one?
Yes.
The number 2? I don't think that hits him.
Unfortunately, not.
It does not, sadly. But hey, it could have been a crit.
Could have
Its
been a crit.
turn. It's just gonna do the same thing it did last turn. It's gonna do some noms and some
We're just
slashes.
trading blows.
It's gonna try to bite you first. 23 misses.
No.
It's gonna strike your Drake. Does an 18 hit
That
Thabo?
hits.
Okay, he takes 22 slashing
no.
damage.
Yeah.
Woo. And then he's gonna slash your Drake one more time.
Ooh.
Whew. For another 14 points of damage. Oh, I totally forgot.
He's still up.
I need you and Thabo to make a fortitude saving throw for me, please.
Okay. That's for Thabo.
Thabo passes. And you pass. Let's see. Yeah, there's only a failure and crit success on this one, so. Oh no, the creature is unaffected. Wait.
Nice.
Oh! Whoa, that's insane. Okay, if you crit success on it, you actually make it hungry. That's so bizarre. It goes into its starvation mode if you crit success against its consumed death. Oh, whoops, no, that was the wrong one. That was the one. You still pass, so you're fine.
Okay.
But as long as you're in the aura, you're gonna have to keep making rolls against this.
Yeah.
And this one is an aura, so I need Ebony to also roll. Pass. All right. Alrighty, so that is all of its actions. Need a recovery check from Dante.
Success.
Success. You get back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
Held in the arms of Ebony.
Ebony is holding on to you. Let me double check here real quick. It is at the start of your turn that you make recovery checks, so you have all your actions now.
The darkness welling up inside of me, and he casts a 3-action harm. And you're not affected, and you're not affected, and you're not affected.
Oh. Go ahead and post the cause for that effect so that I already know what it is. Cool. Go ahead and roll your harm spell. And what level is this one at?
This is the max level one,
So
it'll be a 3rd level harm spell. And yeah.
I will say the second action one would probably do the same thing.
Well, it heals me and hurts him.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. 23 necrotic damage. Double check. Oh, he needs to make a fortitude saving throw. He does. Oh, crit success. He doesn't take any damage.
Whatever. This was so I didn't die to the fucking aura.
I mean, that's fair. He got a really good roll. He rolled a 19. Rough.
Oh my god.
Ebony.
Alright, how's Dante looking on health?
I just lost 6 more.
Oh, no. It doesn't increase your drain value.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, how his aura works is you just become drained 1, and that's it. It'd be really shitty if he just kept draining you over and over and over. Some creatures do increase the drain effect, but this aura does not. It just makes creatures drained.
Okay. Oh my god, the number of 19s he's rolled, though, is ridiculous.
He's been rolling pretty good. Anyway,
Demon
Dante
has
looks
weighted
about
dice.
half health.
Alright, no, may as well do this. She like shoves her staff up under her arm and like puts a hand over him. And then just lightly touches a taloned finger to his head and casts Chill Touch, which does negative damage to a living creature.
I am technically alive. Yeah.
Indeed, you are.
And it's a max roll.
Nice.
Oh, that's not counting any heightened effects, because it would automatically be heightened.
Let's see. Nah, because, let's see. Huh. No,
Chill Touch is a cantrip? Yeah, you would be rolling 3d4.
yeah, you need to adjust it. It doesn't automatically heighten on the character sheet. So just roll, yeah. So for a grand total of 13.
Given that it's a cantrip, I'll take it. That's fantastic.
I mean, to be fair, you need negative healing for it to work, but hey, it works. And considering it's better than your teammate giving you a potion and murdering you.
I also have to do a fortitude save. 1 second.
That shouldn't be a hard one to beat. Yeah, you're fine.
No, your DC is 22.
Oh, you failed, so you take the healing.
I'm
Damage.
enfeebled 1, so it's fine.
It's fine. He wasn't gonna bop anyone anyway, but we'll give you enfeeble. Alright, you got 1 action remaining, Ebony.
Not guessing as she has the slot for it. She is going to, with her hand still on your head, cast Endure on you.
Ooh. That's the 5 temporary hit ones, right?
Yep, that's the 5 temporary hit points. And that will only last for 1 round, though.
I'll just remember.
It's either that or magic missile, which is probably not going to work on this.
Sorry, I've been down most of the fight, guys. I'm getting back into it, though. Let's see.
I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right. So you gave endure. Nice. All right. So we're gonna go to Sabari. Sabari, Thebo's not looking great.
No, to pull a potion out of my sleeve takes an action, right?
Yes.
Okay, first I would like to try to shoot this thing again.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
33 hit.
And that does
plus the hunt damage.
yes, which is a D8. Oh wait, your weapon. Oh, you rolled shit for that. Holy fuck, that's a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Ah, rough. 6
Yep.
damage.
I'm rolling great. And then she would like to take a moderate healing potion and feed it to her Drake.
Okay. Go ahead and click the moderate healing potion, which should be in your actions tab. Why did it not roll?
Hang on, because I clicked the wrong one.
Ah, yeah. Oh, because you clicked it in your inventory, yeah, and I gotta click the action.
Yeah, I was
There
looking
you
at the wrong
go.
spot. So does he get the 20 hit points?
Yes, he gets 20 hit points.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 3 actions. To
Yep.
shoot, draw, feed. Excellent. Nabasu's turn. Oh, and I need you and Stabo to roll Fortitude saving throw for me, please.
Do you need me and our cleric? to
Anyone
do-
who's not drained yet, so you two, Ebony.
Okay.
Ooh, Sabari fails.
Yeah.
And Ebony fails. So you guys get the drain
Put the
1.
Drake.
You get the drained 1 condition, which goes in your condition section underneath your HP. You also lose an amount of hit points equal to your level. Which is 6 each, and that also reduces from your maximum. You also have a penalty on all Constitution-based checks. Okay, looks like everyone's good. Novice is going to do what he's been doing. He is going to bite Sabari.
This dude.
31 points of damage. Piercing. He is going to slash Thabo with his claws. Whew. 19 points of damage. He's rolling really good. And he's going to slash Thabo one more time. And miss. Oh, no, that hits Thabo, right?
Nope, that hits Thabo.
Ooh.
My Drake is down.
He goes unconscious. I need you to make a DC 15 acrobatics check for me, please.
Success.
All right. You land on your feet after Thabo goes down. But you're no longer mounted.
Boy.
All right. Dante.
Okay. Drained isn't an emotional effect.
Drained isn't an emotional effect.
He's crossed you. This is the time to take him down. And he'll cast a Forbidding Ward between these two.
Okay.
At this time, it's only a +1 to your AC, but it might save you from a crit. So that's something. And then he's going to do the one action. Savor the Sting on this guy.
Oh, edgy. Savor the sting. All right. You inflict pain on the target and revel in their anguish. Deals 1d4 mental damage and 1d4 persistent mental damage. Must make a will save as long as the target is taking. Oh, okay. So he needs to make a will save. DC's 22. He passes on the dot.
Barely.
But he still takes the initial damage and persistence based on the failure. Yeah. Target takes full initial and persistent damage. Which he'll take the persistence on his turn. Which apparently is 9. Oh no, he succeeded. I'm sorry. The target takes half damage and no persistent damage.
So he takes 3 mental damage.
We're getting there. We're whittling him down.
Yeah. Ebony.
Okay. Would you like to be put down, or would you let me just hold you and just move around the battlefield?
Either one works.
All right, then. She puts him down on the ground in front of her.
Dropping him as a bonus action.
She's not dropping him. She's putting him down. She doesn't want to take fall
Kneeling
damage.
and letting him. I'm trying to give you a free action, damn it.
She dunks him.
Boo!
Oh, I do lose my
Kobe!
enfeebled condition, though.
You do.
All right, and she's going to try stealing this thing's shadow again.
Okay. Do you have 2 focus points? Oh, you must.
Yeah, I do.
Crit success. Nothing happens.
Actually, gonna take a risk. I have a darkness point.
Go make him reroll.
I'm gonna make him reroll. Closer! I got him
Not a
closer.
crit this time, so that's good.
Not a crit. So he still takes. He's still enfeebled.
And target. Yep, just enfeebled. If anything, that's an enfeebled. It's once. It's something.
You have 1 action remaining. Oh, and he does take 8 damage.
Going.
Oh no, he doesn't. Never mind. That's on failure.
No, it doesn't. He's just enfeebled. And she is going to take a step to the side, and as she does, she's going to pull out a thunderstone from her bag. Let me edit this because I forgot to remove the potion on this.
Okay. While you're doing that upkeep, Sabari, I need you to make a flat D20 check for Thabo.
Me? Oh, for
Yes.
Thabo, yeah.
Yes.
It's like, what do you mean?
Die is what I mean.
I thought you were just killing me. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
No.
Natural 20.
What's natural 20 do on a recovery? I don't remember.
He's just taking a nap.
Oh, okay. If his dying level was any higher, it would have reduced by 2. But it was only 1, so no special effect. But he does resume consciousness with 1 HP.
Wow.
He also has the Wounded 1 condition.
Okay. I don't know where I would put that on him, but
I don't know either.
Oh.
That's the hard part about NPCs.
we'll just remember. Can you give him like a little icon? Oh, I can give him a little icon.
We'll do that once he has. That indicates the number of
Yeah.
dots will indicate anyway. How many dying he has. But anyway, so what the wounded condition does is when he goes unconscious again for whatever reason, his dying level will increase by his current wounded level. And for most creatures, dying 4 means death. It's also harder to recover from a higher wounded level. So if he goes down again, he'll have to do at least 2 successful recovery checks or 1 crit to get back up. Also, Thabo's currently prone.
Oh, cool.
But it's your go.
I would like to command him to get up, which I assume takes some of his movement.
It's an action to stand.
And then I would like to use... Yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna use his other action, and I guess I don't know how this works exactly. I think it's one of his actions and one of my actions. We're both gonna move backwards.
You're no longer mounted on him, so he can move, and then you can use one of your actions to move. So he can move, and he can move up to his 40 spaces, 45 spaces.
So yeah, he's gonna move back. And then I'm gonna move back. And I should have one more action, I think.
Correct.
So I would like to shoot it.
Shoot him. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Nice shot.
Rough. And typically we don't use the crit. How'd you get Oh, because of the +1 from whatever. Anyway, we don't typically use crit damage on these rolls. We just use the normal damage.
He's hunted.
Yes, and that also gets doubled. So that's 16 plus.
So.
Ooh, and it gets frightened.
And
it's
he's
frightened.
Do I get a thing for that? Don't I get a thing for that?
Yes. When you crit, he's frightened. Oh no, that's when you demoralize for your racial thing.
That's right. That's something else. That's something else.
But that's 30 points of damage.
I'm pissed off. He smacked down my Drake. My boy.
And he's frightened. Frightened 1, I believe.
That's all I can do.
I mean, that was a hell of a turn.
That's what you get for screwing with my Drake.
You're correct. It is frightened 1.
Okay. Frightened 1 for Nope, just frightened 1. Okay. As per the condition. So I'll go away at the end of his turn. All right. Speaking of turns, it is its turn. As you strike it and you hit it, you see a horrid look on its face. And it's going to move over here, and he's going to attack Ebony instead, because you spooked him.
Sorry, Ebony.
At least he has a -1.
So he's going to try to bite you, Ebony. A 35. Is that crit?
34, technically.
34.
Yes, that is a crit.
That's 32 points of damage. Blood Vendetta returns.
Nice.
Alright. This poor thing. And he's like, God, it blew up again.
Oh, he also walked across the caltrops because of the crystals.
Oh, that's true. He needed to make acrobatics. He passed.
I figured.
Why
So that
dice
entire-
weighted? They're fake dice.
So whatever line he walked through, that entire area is clear of crystals now.
Unfortunately, due to his +1 to magic saving throws, he crit succeeds. Unless you want to use the point of darkness.
I only had 1.
Well, the fear also lowers him by 1, so he just barely doesn't make that.
Oh, you're right. You're
Mhm.
right. Good. Alrighty. So balance out. He does succeed. So he takes half of the persistent damage on his turn.
So half in 2d6. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. And he's going to slash you. Does a 20 hit?
Barely misses.
Alrighty. Then as you shoot him out, his claw whips out in front of you, barely missing your face as he's sitting there holding himself, bleeding somewhat. He takes the persistent damage. Oh, that's still pretty good. 4. He's going to roll a flat check, DC 15. Fails. He continues bleeding. All right. We are back to... Oh, and he's no longer frightened.
And he's also no longer enfeebled.
Oh, that's true. Hey, you get 2 more hit points back there, Ebony. I totally forgot about that.
So she's teached you to fear pain again. Tell me, what do you truly fear? And he's gonna cast Agonizing Despair.
Agonizing Despair. Also not an attack spell.
Which again is a save. I don't know.
It's just because spells automatically have attacks on them, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird. It's the programming.
Only success.
Only success.
No,
Oh, he has a
Crit
+1
success.
though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him re-roll with my darkness point.
Alrighty. Still success, but not as good. Alright, so he takes half the damage, which is still 8, and becomes frightened
He
1.
becomes frightened 1. As his fear of starvation, I guess, sets in a little bit, I suppose.
Yep.
Sure, he's gonna try this. Savor the sting with his last focus point.
Okay. Woo-hoo! He almost didn't make it, which is crazy for him.
Damn.
Yeah, most demons have good resistances, sadly. But it's only a success, so he takes half the persistent damage. Oh, I'm sorry, no, he takes half the damage and no persistent.
Focus point. I can get it back.
That's right. Ebony.
Alright then, she's not happy that he had tried to attack her. So she's going to point to about. She's going to point to the back wall here.
Okay.
And she is going to cast Gravity Well.
Oh.
And he needs to make a reflex saving throw. Any creature within that 30-foot radius, so anyone past where he is currently standing has to make it.
Okay. Reflex, you say?
That's a failure, so he moves 15 feet towards that center.
Alright, even with the +1 he normally has for magic, he failed. So he's pulled in the direction from that emanation point. And after sliding through the floor, his claws grating through the wood, leaving long curlers behind, eventually he holds on tight enough, it stops, and he gets back onto his feet.
And with her last bit, she is going to move.
Fair.
Okay.
That is it for her turn.
Okay. Abari.
Well, now I can't see him.
She could point out he's just right inside the doorway.
If you come right here,
He's right there, I swear. Yeah, I'll move. I'll take my movement to go over here. Can I try to shoot him?
Yeah. I mean, technically, he's in the low light level zone, which you can see clearly. So, he's not concealed. It's just the way the wall is kind of obscured him a bit. So, but yeah, you can see just enough of him behind the wall.
Then I'm gonna try and shoot him. That's a really bad roll.
Have you used your darkness point yet?
Do I have one? I was never given one.
You start with one.
Oh. Then I'm gonna use that.
Okay. Yeah, anytime, every game, every character starts with a hero point. Ooh, still not a great roll, sadly.
Yeah, I don't think it makes it.
No, it's not. So, you shoot, he's just on the edge of your vision, and it's hard to know whether you actually hit him or not. You have one action remaining.
I'll try to shoot him again.
Alrighty, shoot again.
Nope.
Nope.
Clatters off the wall.
The darkness is too strong. Alright, it's his turn. He did not like him blown back like that. So, he's gonna go ahead and Yeah. He points to you, Abari, and he's gonna cast Paralyze. You need to make a will DC.
Oh, that was really bad.
That was a really bad roll. Not a crit failure, which is
Yep.
really good. That's a really bad one to get crit failure. So you're paralyzed, which means you will get to do nothing next round. And then he's gonna move. Comes up right on you, ready to nom. Seemingly to ignore the friend next to him. Go ahead, Dante.
All right. Stuck in the wall 1 second.
No worries.
I can't move my character at all. I can't even drag him.
You can't even drag him.
Oh no, I got him stuck in the wall.
All
He
right.
glitched.
Trying to get to here.
Okay.
And he's going to try stabbing with his rapier.
Okay. He is flat-footed. That's a very low roll.
Woof.
One action remaining.
Sure, he'll cast a... One action harm. We'll do the level 2, though.
Okay. He needs to make a roll.
My god, can you please roll under a 10? Jesus.
I don't know what to say.
All he says.
All he says.
Yep, crit save, no damage. Alrighty. Ebony.
Oh, that spell's off the table now. Can I do a... what would be the knowledge check for this one?
It's a demon.
So religion. Or would technically fall under a cult, too.
Some aspects, sure.
Unless the thing happens to be from the shadow plane, which it probably is not. So, she is going to attempt a recall occultism roll on the demon.
Sure.
Mm,
I didn't want this to be a TPK, guys. I can't help the dice. I don't. Alright, you've used one action. You didn't get anything from that, unfortunately. He's a demon of gluttony, so eating has to be some part of his being in some form.
All right. Well then, since every other thing she can do, she kind of has to have an area. The one time I plan for area spells, and it's close combat.
It didn't have to be. Unfortunately, this dude just likes to eat people's faces.
Well then, he's gonna get 2 magic missiles to the face.
Okay.
And it did not roll attack.
It doesn't. It's magic missile.
Not
And
sure.
this is the level 1 or level 2?
This is the level... It's a level 1. Just the 2
Okay.
action.
And it's a 2 action. So... I only rolled 1. Interesting. Roll an additional d4 plus 1. Okay. So a total of 7 damage. Plap! You hit him. He's not doing too good. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to roll for his bleed on his turn. 1 second. He takes 1 damage.
Rough.
And he's no longer bleeding. Or frightened. All right. Yeah, that didn't change anything. So, it comes to Sabari's turn. You're paralyzed for the round. So at the end of the round, you're no longer paralyzed. And then it's his turn. He's going to try to bite you, Sabari.
Yeah.
And then he's going to whip around and he's going to use his 2 claw attacks on you there, Dante.
Yeah, that hits.
The last
Hey,
one
that missed.
The last one does not.
You finally rolled a 2, guys.
He's been rolling really well. I don't know what to say. It's not my choice.
No, but it's always an interesting reoccurring pattern how usually in one-shots, the enemies you roll always get high numbers.
It's just the dice gods. Speaking of, Dante, it's your turn.
All right. Gonna cast a 2 action harm on myself.
Fair.
We'll go 3rd level. Rough on the rolls, but
When you want to do damage.
I am targeting myself.
That's true. And because
It's really for the 2 action increases my 8. So plus 20 or plus. Yeah, that's plus 24 as well. So 35 total. I think I'm doing that correctly.
yes, 24 plus 11.
I'm back to full health. I did it. As he pulses the dark energy into himself, knitting himself back together, he'll stab out at the creature.
Okay.
26 to hit?
Hits because he's flat-footed.
Nice. He takes 8 points of damage, and then I'm going to use its ability because it's a pacifying striking rapier, and as a reaction, I need him to make a will save. I don't know why they didn't put the rest of the note that I have on there. Let's click that one. No.
23. Oh, wait. Did that not go? Weird. It didn't. 1 second. I got confused because your thing popped up there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he crit failed.
Oh, thank God. He becomes pacified. A pacified creature takes a -2 penalty to attack rolls on any attacks that aren't lethal for 1 minute. And the creature also experiences a clear psychic warning that they should stop dealing lethal damage.
Something in his head goes, bruh, can you chill?
It doesn't have a timer on it. Weird.
So what it is it becomes... Let's see. The damage creature must... For 1 minute.
Okay.
I'll take anything.
I'll take anything we could get.
Taking a -2.
Taking a -2 penalty on attack rolls. I'll take it. That's the end of my turn, though.
You know what's frustrating with this? It doesn't state what kind of penalty it is, whether it's a status.
Oh, it's kind of like.
Oh, it's kind of like the onslaught penalty. It's just a penalty that it doesn't get enveloped by like circumstance or status.
Oh. Interesting.
Granted, this ability would be useless on a monk because all their attacks can be non-lethal and they won't take a penalty for it. So, but it works for everything else.
Well, it's technically it doesn't work on anything that uses unarmed because most unarmed are non-lethal.
Fair.
I don't believe his counts though. It does not appear. Nope. I mean, to be fair, why would a demon need non-lethal? Okay, well, that sucks for him.
That was a Hail Mary because like it's a 20 DC.
Ebony.
Okay, so I have a question because it doesn't seem to specify in my spells which cone type can I pick. The cone if it's the the distance.
What do you mean? Like it doesn't give you a distance for the cone?
No, it gives me the distance, but it doesn't say what type of cone action. I guess what I'm asking is, depending on how I'm casting it, does it determine if it's a diagonal cast or if it's an orthogonal cast?
You
I'm only
pick.
asking. Okay. Well, then she is going to run up to him, and she is going to cast.
Is it a 15-foot cone?
Yes.
You can move here and hit him with a 15-foot cone.
Okay. And she is going to cast Color Spray.
Because essentially a 15-foot cone will hit all these squares I just marked.
Okay, she'll do that, and the DC is not that.
Should be 22.
Yeah, it's 22.
There's another 19.
There's another 19. Jesus. He did just botch his last roll, though. No effect.
Okay. That's it for her turn.
All right. Sabari, you can move, and he fucked you up.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Over here. And then I'm gonna use my other 2 actions to take out a potion and drink it.
Okay. Go ahead, click the whichever type of potion it is, and your storage container, whichever has it. Okay, you get 24 hit points.
Need some juice.
And then, did we set up your pockets? Or your sleeves, anyway?
We did. I gotta fix them, like, to what they are right now. I'm keeping
Okay.
track of my inventory, though.
Still, I'd like it to be posted. Anything so that we have a record.
Where's my sleeves?
Okay.
Except that's ×1 now. Just fixed.
Alright. So, the novice who turns around to you, well, I guess he was already facing you, Dante. You slash him, and he doesn't feel good. He feels kind of sick. And he's just gonna try to fuck you up. Feeling sicker as he does so. Here's a bite. 24.
Just hits with the penalty.
16 hit points. Scratch. Oh, crit failure. And the last one. 14.
The pacifying, it's working.
Except he would have hit you with those other 2 attacks anyway. Speaking of whom, Dante, it's your turn.
All right. All right, we're gonna go for the vampire touch.
Okay. Fort save.
It is a 42 save, isn't it? Shit.
It's not a crit.
So I do 11 points of necrotic damage to him, and
And you get half back. So 5.
I'll take that.
He's looking pretty messed up now. You guys are getting him on the ropes. He's still a very dangerous foe. Yeah, 1 action remaining.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay. Ebony.
Okay. She is going to try Grim Tendrils as she moves a step over so she doesn't hit Dante.
Dante would be healed by it, besides the persistent.
No, she doesn't want to make him persistently bleed. He's got enough issues. Oh yeah, we're no longer in Feeble. Do I still need to make a will save with this thing? Or not a save?
No, you're drained.
Or the... Okay.
That's a permanent thing, unfortunately.
Well, pseudo. It lasts for the day. All right. Fort save, not a 14, 22. Crit fail.
Creature takes double negative damage and double persistent bleed damage.
Rough. All right. So he'll take 2 on this next turn, and then double of 2d4 after that. Wait, how do you get? Oh, oh, I'm sorry. 2. Okay, never mind. I was misreading that. So 14 damage. And he's bleeding again. You guys and your blood.
The blood magics are strong with this party.
And did you move?
Nope, I stayed in that spot.
Okay. Yeah, 1 action remaining.
Nope, I don't have the slot for that anymore. Have fun, guys. Actually, no, wait. I keep forgetting I have the Thunderstone in my hand. I might as well chuck it at this guy.
Yeah, you might as well use the Thunderstone.
Just holding this thing for like 5 minutes. just
Guys,
hanging
I
out.
forgot I have a bomb.
It's just like, what can I do now? And you just feel it vibrating in your hand, and you're like, oh.
Does not hit, but it will still splash. Go ahead and post the Thunderstone, which should be in your actions. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's a moderate. Two.
So that
I
would
guess-
be a +1 bonus, so that wouldn't probably do much, but it's opposite to a 19.
No.
I guess I would take the splash damage as well.
No, they can. Well, yeah, I guess if you're
Yeah.
aiming it at him. 2 damage. Sabari.
I'm gonna shoot it
Okay.
because that's what I do.
That is what you do.
Does 25 hit?
25 does not hit.
Hmm.
You can shoot it again.
Well, shoot.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
shoot
shoot.
it again.
No,
Nope,
that does
that's
not
not
hit.
gonna do it.
Yeah, 1 action remaining. You could attempt to demoralize him.
I could. I can't think of anything to demoralize him with.
You can't think of anything edgy to say?
No, all I can think about is your mom jokes. I don't know why.
Your mom is so fat she is the darkness.
I'm just sitting here and all I can think about is your mother. Like, that's not how that works.
Your mother is dead. Just kidding.
I guess roll an intimidation anyway.
Okay. No.
I want you to get these rolls.
I'm
You
really
guys
good
have
at this.
really decent skills too. You had a +11.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
matter
do
when
have
you
a
roll
plus
a
11.
5.
Yep.
You're like, your mother! And he's just sitting there. Confused. The
Your
demons do
mom
not.
is so. She's just.
Your mom is so So I don't know. Anyway, novice suit.
I don't know Abyssal, unfortunately, so I can't assist.
So he's going to attack you again there, Mr. Cleric. Here comes the bite. -2. 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Same as last time. And he's going to slash you with his claws. 21.
Miss.
And one more slash.
Uh,
28.
Shield block.
Okay. So it's going to be 16.
So I only take 6.
Okay, -10. So 6 damage. I mean, you might as well as his last attack, too. Granted, you can't use the shield anymore, but...
Yeah, but like I would have been at 2 HP. Should
Fair,
seem like a good
fair.
idea.
It's getting down to the wire. He takes 2 damage from the tentacle bleed, and he's got to make a DC 15 flat check. Fail. He continues to bleed. Dante.
Let's see. I might just have to bulk myself back up again.
Tank, tank, tank.
Weirdly. I'm gonna do a 2-action harm on myself. For 37 HP.
Okay.
Which brings me back to full.
Jesus. I mean, that's what clerics do. Just too bad you're not the positive healing kind to help your teammates.
It fits the aesthetic.
That's fair.
Let's see. Just need a save on this, probably. Let's go a different way with this. He's gonna cast Bane.
Okay. He succeeds this round.
For now.
Ebony.
Okay, she is going to cast Sound Burst, but she has a placement for it since it's a 10-foot burst, so it won't hit everyone.
Fair. Man, you went full AoE on this one.
The one time I do. Needs to make a 22 saving throw.
Okay. Fortitude. Success. He takes half damage, which is 4. Okay. He looks really, really beat. He doesn't got a lot left.
She will pull out another Thunderstone from the bag.
Okay. Sabari.
I know this is gonna come as a shock to a lot of you, but I'm gonna shoot it.
Gasp! With your bow that you've used all of combat?
Yes, but I got a 28 that time.
That's a hit. And...
Oh, and he's still hunted.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a d10. Or sorry, d8. 11 damage, even
Three
better.
more.
As you do so, he finally collapses. Riddled with variety of small damages. Death by 1,000 cuts. You know, when I put that demon there, I was just like, you know what? It's a bunch of level 6s against one level 8 creature. It'll be fine. They'll murder it in no time. I didn't realize that, like, 99% of
hot
y'all's
garbage.
damage is all resistance-based, which, by the way, like, demons are all really good against resistance checks in general. He had like a D16 was his lowest modifier for his checks.
Did I have a similar conversation with the yesterday's game with the Doulahan? Because we had the one high-powered NPC, we all couldn't hit the Doulahan.
No, you guys could. It was just a little harder to hit him, mostly. But yeah, Shino should have done. And if anything, that wasn't the case because Shino couldn't fucking hit shit. She hit him twice that whole combat. You guys had to do the rest of it. Goodness. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the session as some people need to get to bed. And I
Sometimes some
apologize.
people.
It's okay. Suzanne also needs to get to bed.
It's okay, to make this a little bit easier, Ebony does have a cast for Cozy Hut, which has 3 cots in it.
There you go.
So we have a safe place to sleep and rest.
So you can sleep in this other realm, wherever it is.
Delightful.
Not how I wanted that combat to go. Again, I didn't realize you guys were just so orientated towards saves. In fact, Beth was the only one who was doing really consistent damage because she actually shot it with something.
Like, shoot it. That's all I got.
I
My
was the best.
My abilities are meant to debilitate with persistent damage. It just was not sticking.
And the cold casters are designed for saves.
Yeah.
For save spells.
That's true. I didn't realize, I suppose. It was just a very poor matchup, and then the dice were not helping you guys whatsoever. He was rolling like a fucking beast.
He rolled above a 15 like 90% of the time. That was
He was rolling like a beast, and we were rolling hot garbage.
But I will say, you guys did beat him with not too much repercussions, honestly, besides a few. Well, Thabo's not looking too hot.
I almost died. My man.
To be fair, your group has a lot of healing potions, so you guys will be fine. But
There's a cozy rug in the hut for him by the fire.
healing potions, you say.
looks at necrotic potions in bed.
No, looks at Drakeheart mutagens and a mist form potion.
I better not catch you like stealing scales off of my Drake to try and make potions out of it.
But
That'd be fine.
I hope you had fun with your first session with us, Beth. Usually,
we did.
there's a bit more. I didn't think you guys are going to be so awkward with the interactions with your edgy characters. Y'all trying way too hard to be edgy.
Being edgy throws me back to like my middle school days, and nobody wants to be thrown back that far.
Well, I thought you guys would. I thought like everyone
Back
here
when
has got to have an
bangs were
edgy
cool.
phase in it. But
We did. We just want to forget.
hopefully, the next few will be better. Especially
To be-
because you're gonna be joining me for my other game that I'm setting up currently. So
To be fair, my edgy phase was just me brooding off in the corner in high school, so that was the extent of my edgy phase.
So I'm gonna ask a very legitimate question now. Do you guys want to finish this one off next week, or do you guys want to do a different one-shot prompt?
Either or is good with me.
So we got one
I
nothing
don't-
vote.
I'm not good at decisions either. It can't land on me.
I mean, I like my cringy bad boy in his domains of pain and sorrow.
I will tell you guys you killed the highest power creature in this dungeon so far. So that will hopefully happen again.
Good. Glad we started at the top.
We found the boss area on accident.
I mean, that's almost like a better way to do it.
That's true. You're at more max than you were before.
Fine, since no one's voting, I vote we just continue.
Continuing is fine with me.
Okay. So I think we got 2 continues and 1 no vote. Got it.
For everything else. It's
One
time to take a-
abstain.
1 abstain. All right. So we'll finish this off next week. If Vale decides to join us, I can just put them in the classroom. I built a lot of classrooms here for a variety of encounters, and they can also just be here.
Fair.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end this stream and let everyone go. If you're sitting here watching today, thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please follow to see more amazing content like this. We're gonna be doing more Anecdotes of Grandeur next week. Finishing off the one shot, which will be a 2-shot, which I knew was gonna have to be more than a 1-shot because they're never 1-shots. They're never 1-shots. So thank you to everyone here who is edgy today. Thank you to Suzanne, who was extra edgy and dressed the part today. Hopefully our edgelords will survive next week. Or maybe sacrifice themselves to Osmodeus. I don't know. Whatever edgy thing you guys decide to do.
Like I said, the enemies here are fake darkness.
And we'll be back, let's see, on Monday for our normal Pathfinder game, Whispers in the Dark. Anyway, thank you all so much. Go ahead and say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.